In this video, you'll learn the Moorish stitch. It's a two-part stitch that's very simple. It's just a row of diagonal Scotch alternating with a row of continental. It gives a wonderful staircase pattern. It's part of the box stitches and moves quickly. We like this stitch for skies, roofs, and geometric designs. It looks nice when used with two complementary fibers like shown here. Today I'll show you in silk and ivory and silk lame braid. It's best used when you do your diagonal Scotch, then skip a row, do your diagonal Scotch, then skip a row, and then fill in your continental afterwards. Depending on how your design area is laid out, you'll want to decide if you want to start with your continental or your diagonal Scotch. If your continental fits better, I would start with that and then skip a row and continue doing that. Today I'll start with the diagonal Scotch. So that's just going to be a tent stitch followed by a long stitch skipping over one canvas hole, then a long stitch skipping over two canvas holes, then back down to one, then back down to a tent, and then my last tent will act as my first tent for the next series. Now, just like if you were doing it as a regular diagonal Scotch, moving down to your second row, my longest stitch will match up with my shortest and then move from there. But this time, it'll still do the same thing. I'm just gonna leave a canvas intersection so that I can fill in with that continental. So I'm gonna count down 1, 2, 3, 4, so that I can skip over 1, 2, and line up there. And then I'll complete where my over 1 matches and then my tent matches with my longest. Oops. And you can see that I'm just leaving space for that continental to come in. Once I've gone ahead and filled out as much of my design area with the diagonal Scotch as I can, I'm going to come back in and fill it out, the empty row that I left, with my continental stitches. And like I said, you can do this in a complementary fiber like we're doing here with some silk lame braid. You can do it with some sparkle. You can do it with a different color. You know, you can do it with the same color, just a different shade, just really anything that you think will pop, or you can keep it and do it with the same color and the same fiber. And then I would just skip down and do it on the following row. And that's all there is to it.